This is your Ironman at 50 update. What I wanted to do is talk to you a little bit about my long ride this past weekend. I happened to bump into an old friend of mine while I was at the turnaround point of my bike ride, Mr. Ironman Mike B. Had a great conversation catching up with him. Told him about the Ironman at 50 project and goal that I'm working on, and he actually accomplished that last year. Did Ironman Mont Tremblant in Canada, so it was a great conversation. I really loved the idea. But what I wanted to talk about is and we ended up riding back together on the same course since we lived pretty close together. I'm riding with friends, riding with training partners, what you need to expect, what they're going to expect from you. One of the things that you want to make sure you do first and foremost is keep the distance, especially as you're starting to increase speed on downhills. As you're in a race, it's a 3 bike length minimum between you and the person in front of you. That's something you just have to maintain. And as you speed up a little bit, you'll see here there's more than 3 bike lengths between Mike and myself. And you'll notice we're coming up on a vehicle. It happened to be a big truck pulling a trailer and everything. And as that first rider, one of the things you're responsible for is making the riders behind you aware of what's going on. In this case, this truck is going to be turning, so Mike's going to start to use some hand signals. So the traffic signals, if you will, the riding signals about what you're going to be doing. He puts his hand down to the right, palm open, letting me know that we're slowing down. The other thing you want to make sure you're doing as that front rider is pointing out other road hazards to the riders behind you, potholes, sticks, anything in the road that could cause any kind of an accident or some sort of flat tire. You keep your riders, your training partners, just aware of what's going on, since in some cases, 3 lengths behind, you really can't see everything in the road. You'll see here we're starting to climb a hill. Again, that distance becomes a little bit shorter. It's easier to react time. But again, as you can see here, we jump right back into a downhill. The distance extends. And you really don't want to ride too close together. You really want to give yourself that leeway and that comfort zone to react to anything that may happen unexpectedly. And this is really important as that first rider. You're pointing out potholes, you're pointing out patches, whatever it may be in the road, keeping those riders behind you aware of what's going on and making sure that they're going to be as safe as possible. So it really is important. So you want to make sure, one, that you're keeping the distance, obviously a little bit longer on a downhill. You can't even see Mike at this point. And then the uphills it gets a little bit closer. That's okay. And then more importantly, have fun. Get out there, ride. This is your Ironman at 50 update. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks very much.